Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And in last week's video, I showed you guys how I do photos of my art, how I take photos of my art, specifically taking photos of my art outdoors. Because I think the best way to get the most natural look is to actually get natural sunlight. And as I explained in that video, natural sunlight along with the clouds being in the sky, so it diffuses the light evenly across of whatever you're taking a picture of. Go check out that video if you haven't already. In this week's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I prefer to edit photos of my art, and I'm going to be using Photoshop to do that. You could use other applications like Lightroom, which is also an Adobe an Adobe product specifically made for editing photos, but I choose Photoshop just so I don't have to switch between any different software, and you can do the same kinds of edits that you do in Lightroom in Photoshop as well. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing basic edits, and if there are any like blemishes or anything like that, I'll be doing those as well. Also, one thing I forgot to mention last week when I was taking photos is the file format that is needed when you're taking photos, and that is the RAW format. Depending on what kind of camera, there might be a different name for it, but the raw file format for whatever camera you're using is the format that you need to use in order to get the most information taken from the camera and is not compressed. Because when it's in a normal JPEG, there's information that's compressed into the photo. Basically, you won't have enough color range unless you're shooting in the RAW format file, which, you know, maintains all the information from the original photo. I hope that was explained well. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing I always do is, well, obviously, if it's sideways, rotate it. But then also, the first thing I do after that is, if it's cropped in, because sometimes it'll import with a crop on it, I just bring that out so I have all of the original image. And we're gonna be cutting out everything else later. So, let me see. I'm gonna do that to all of these. I see right now that this one was a bad photo because it was not in focus, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. I think I'm going to try to go with this second version, and that's why I always take multiple pictures of anything that I'm, photographing, because often the first one that you take isn't always going to be the best one. So I'm going to be working with this second one right here. What I'm going to do now is try to crop into the outer edge of the photo like that. Make sure I'm not cutting off too much of anything, any edge. So one thing that I've actually noticed about this photo in particular, and I probably should have known this would happen, is that there are different areas of the painting that isn't like fully dry because it's an oil painting, and I pretty much didn't wait long enough for this painting to dry before taking photos of it. I probably need to play around more with the way I shoot this if I want to get a better photo. But one thing that I see that I'm probably going to have a problem with is getting the right values and light and shadow that I want on the painting. So let me see if I can do that. Alright, so that's pretty much the edit that I'm going to go with right now before I go into the details. And so I'm going to be doing the same thing with the rest of these. Since I shot these all in the same like condition, I took the edits from this one right here. So I just did copy edit settings, and then I selected the rest of these, and I did paste edit settings. And then I'm looking at them individually now just to see if the colors on them are good with the edits that I chose. And I think for the most part, these edits are good. So you gotta make sure that you have the right exposure on these. And the biggest things I think that you could play around with in your edit is the shadows and the whites and the blacks. And also the temperature is a big thing that I always make sure I check to see if it's not too cold or cool toned or too warm toned. But I like where these are right now. So I'm gonna go in and start cropping these. This photo right here is an example of one that I'm probably gonna have to reshoot because it's slightly out of focus. And the reason I'm able to tell is because usually you can see the texture of the canvas pretty well when you zoom in up close like this. But like for example, you can go in here and see pretty detailed texture of the canvas, but right here in comparison, I would say that it's pretty blurry. And so I'm probably not going to edit this photo right here. Now what I'm going to do is go through each of these and touch up any mistakes that I know should not be there. For example, this line right here. And the tool that I'm using is called the Spot Healing Brush tool. And this basically removes any things that aren't supposed to be there. It's a pretty cool tool, honestly. I'm gonna keep this here because it's like an artistic mistake that I sort of like that I left there in the first place. But this part here is an example of something I don't want to be there. The purpose of getting high quality photos of this is not only to share on social media and maybe a website, but also if you ever want to make prints of your work, high quality photos like these are the kinds that need to be used. So that's one other reason why I want to have high quality photos, just because I want possibility of making prints in the future. Alright, transforming these so I have a good crop on them. So the tool that I use for this is actually the Skew Transform tool. And so what it does is actually it skews the photo like this. So that's why I always have the long edge when I'm doing the regular crop, so then I can skew the edge that isn't all the way to the crop. Anyway, that's basically the process that I go through with all of these photos in order to, get them ready to be posted in a digital format, in a professional way. And so I'm gonna be going through these further. And then I'm gonna be using them on my new website that's gonna be coming soon. And I might even post them on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me at Ricky Hawkins Paintings on Instagram. And I think I'm gonna be ending the video here since it's pretty much all the same thing. You get the point of how to edit photos by now, hopefully. So I'll see you in the next video, and make sure you leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more content coming up in the future.